The story begins with a voice thundered in his ears, jerking him awake. "You useless fool! What are you still doing in bed? Miss C is already here." A groan escaped the man's lips as he slowly sat up, eyes blinking against the golden morning light. His handsome but slightly disoriented face twisted with annoyance. "Damn it, I've transmigrated again," he muttered, voice annoyed, yet strangely calm. "Get out there and greet Miss Z, now," barked Linghu Kong, the CEO of Linghu Enterprises, a subsidiary of the Tom Corporation, one of the four great families. Before Linghu Hang could even respond, a holographic display flickered to life beside his bed. A chirpy robotic voice followed. "Greetings, host. The man who just yelled at you is your grandfather, Linghu Kong, CEO of Linghu Enterprises, subsidiary of the Tom Corporation. You've transmigrated into the novel C's Dragon King's Raging Son-in-Law, Chapter 35. Your role, Linghu Hang, the villain. Your mission, survive. Good luck, good luck." "Is that a blessing or a curse?" he muttered. "What are you mumbling about? Get out there and welcome Missy. Or I'll show you what a curse really is," his grandfather roared. Linghu Hang stood up, his face expressionless. "Yes, grandfather." Sighing, Linghu Hang dragged himself toward the door. A servant greeted him with a knowing smile. "Good morning, young Master Linghu." "Morning," he replied. His mind elsewhere. "How long have I been living this transmigration life? I can't even remember." It had started with a sudden accident in his original world. He thought he was dead. Then came the voice calling itself a system, had announced, "Villain redemption plan activated." And so began his journey from novel to novel, always as the villain. His mission always the same: play the villain, die quickly, then live on, collecting rewards to bring back to his original world. He'd had his successes, sure, but his failures were numerous, and often absurd. "You can't defeat us," they'd said. Then he peeked out. Whoa! Caught the bullet barehanded. Suddenly, splat. Wrong move. Or that time with the peerless sword immortal. Not a word spoken. Just a sword through the heart. This novel has successfully synchronized. Host, keep going. This time, it's the wife-stealing arc. Zhong Buxuan, he murmured, the male lead of C's Dragon King's Raging Son-in-Law. And Shi Churan, eldest daughter of the Shi family, one of the four great families. The devastatingly handsome male lead. Ugh. Kill me now. Right this way, Missy. Can I carry your bag? He asked, trailing after her with a fawning grin. Don't touch me, she snapped, swatting his hand away without even looking. I'm Linghu Hang, young master of the Linghu family, he protested, puffing up. I'm more important than you. What's wrong with you? Linghu Hang was taken aback. He'd showered her with affection and gifts for a year, a whole year, and she still treated him like a stray dog at the gate.
Meanwhile, Zhong Buxuan, the Dragon King of the Tun Corporation, stood at her side. Not as a CEO, not as a billionaire tycoon, but as her bodyguard. Zhong Buxuan was the center of the universe. Capable of anything. The ultimate hero. The plot bent around him like gravity. And he hated Linghu Hang. With a look of pure disgust, Shi Churan turned to him. Buxuan. Carry my bag. Of course, Miss Z, Zhong Buxuan replied smoothly, already reaching for the bag. That idiot Linghu Hang, so hopelessly devoted. Yet Shi Churan only had eyes for Zhong Buxuan. Even now, when they were just friends, it didn't matter. Another harem novel. Another male lead who gets all the girls. This was a lost cause. See you in the next book. ACH. Linghu Hang cried out. Even if it's a fatal blow, the pain will pass. Just endure it. Then he stepped forward. Miss Shi, there's something I need to tell you. At that, Shi Churan stopped in her tracks. Slowly, she turned her head. I don't want to hear it, she said. But I also have something to tell you. What now? He thought. She's probably going to reject me again. Shi Churan looked him and continued. Ling Hu Hang, give up. I will never marry you. Even if your family pressures my father. I still. Yes, I know, he cut in quickly. I was thinking the same thing. She paused, blinking. Surprised. Then. A voice rang out from afar. Forget the engagement. I'm thinking the same thing. Shi Churan's eyes went wide, lips parting. What? Zhong Buxuan turned, glaring at Ling Hu Hang. What tricks are you playing? Zi Churan's frown deepened. Yes, what are you up to? Whatever you say, I won't believe you. Are you trying to trick me? Ling Hu Hang held up a hand dismissively, looking totally unbothered. No need for dramatics. Absolutely not. Zi Churan chuckled, folding her arms. Ling Hu Hang, I've seen through your act. You can't fool me, Zi Churan said, walking toward him with a smirk. Stupid woman, Ling Hu Hang thought, his irritation boiling over. So eager to be part of Zhong Buxuan's harem. I'm the one being played here. It's a pity that I've realized the truth. Stupid woman. Go away. Suddenly, Zi Churan stopped in her tracks, startled. Who said that? She muttered, looking around, scanning the area. Trying to identify the source of the voice. There's only one woman here, so they must be calling me stupid, Ling Hu Hang said, gesturing toward the door with a forced smile. Don't overthink it. Miss Z, let's go speak to our elders. I promise, there will be no engagement. You don't have to worry. Zi Churan frowned, unconvinced. Zhong Buxuan scowled, his eyes narrowing. The three of them walked toward the house, the tension thick between them, oblivious to the system that had materialized behind them. The host's data link is malfunctioning. His inner thoughts are leaking. What do I do? I can't report this. I'll be deleted. I managed to patch it temporarily. It only happens when he's mocking or insulting someone. The rest is up to him. Ling Hu Hang stroked his chin thoughtfully, oblivious to the system's panic in the background. According to the novel, I offend Zhong Buxuan by pursuing his women, leading to my downfall. If I break off the engagement, he'll have no reason to target me. The system observed its host's smug grin with a mounting sense of dread. Surviving 5 chapters? That'll child's play. We're in, Ling Hu Hang declared confidently. Who said that? Shi Churan muttered, still distracted by the mysterious voice echoing in her mind. Turning to Zhong Buxuan, she added, wait outside. Go find a place to rest. Startled by the sudden shift in her tone, Zhong Buxuan hesitated for a moment, then gave a silent nod and stepped out. Ling Hu Hang was quietly surprised. She was usually inseparable from Zhong Buxuan, but at least she didn't seem upset. Grandfather, I've brought Miss Shi, Ling Hu Hang announced as they stepped into the room. Welcome, welcome. Come, have a seat, Ling Huchang said heartily, his voice booming through the room. And why are you still calling her Miss E? Call her Charan already. He waved a hand. Someone, bring tea for Miss Charan. Grandfather, Ling Hu Hang replied politely, all while thinking grimly, I can't stand E Charan. Let her join Zhong Buxuan's harem for all I care. Just cancel this engagement already so I can escape this absurd novel. Shi Chuan stared at him, the realization dawning, the voice she'd heard earlier had been his. He insults me in his thoughts, and now he keeps referring to me as part of Zhong Buxuan's harem? Her mind flashed back to Zhong Buxuan's reassuring words, don't worry, Missy, I'm here. Even if they send 10 more men, I won't let them touch a hair on you. She frowned slightly. He's my bodyguard, I trust him. But, a harem? Is someone spreading rumors? Meanwhile, Linghu Kong leaned forward, intrigued, as he watched Linghu Hang politely offer Shichun a cup of tea. Why so formal? It's time you two got engaged, don't you think? Shi Charan's father said, nodding in firm agreement. Without hesitation, Shi Charan slammed her hand on the armrest and rose to her feet. I disagree, she said sharply. I have no feelings for Linghu Hang. Marriage is a lifelong commitment. I want to marry someone I love. Across the room, Linghu Hang shot his grandfather a thumbs up. See? Forced marriages never work. Shi Charan turned to stare at him, stunned. Is he actually serious? Her father stepped toward Linghu Hang, clasping his hand warmly. My boy, I know how you feel. You've always indulged Charan, why stop now? She's just being childish. No, Uncle Shi, Linghu Hang interrupted gently. Miss Shi isn't being childish. I admire her strong will. She said she doesn't want to marry me, and I respect that. I won't force her, absolutely not. Shi Charan blinked in confusion. Where did this sudden change of heart come from? Yesterday, he sent me a 5,000-word essay confessing his undying love. Moved to tears, her father wiped at his eyes. My boy, you're so selfless. You're willing to stay by her side even without a promise of marriage. But even patience has its limits. Linghu Hang offered a knowing smile. Uncle, you're a true businessman. You understand the art of negotiation. Then, with a sigh, Shi Charan's father turned to his daughter, and began to scold her. Jichuan, tell me yourself, have you gone too far? Her father demanded, his voice stern. This marriage must happen. At those words, Linghu Hang immediately dropped to his knees and clutched his legs. No, let's not get married. I beg you, he pleaded. Then, turning to Jichuan, he thought, why are you so quiet now? Come on, tell your father you don't want to marry me. Are you really this stupid? Jichuan, hearing his thoughts, smirked before grabbing his collar. So, you've changed your mind, have you? She teased, eyes glinting with mischief. All that talk about caring for me, and now you don't want to marry me? Linghu Hang froze, his words caught in his throat. Before he could react, Jichuan released him with a dismissive wave. Father, I've thought about it. Feelings can be cultivated, she said, her tone suddenly serious as she turned back to Linghu Hang. I agree to the marriage.